Hi everybody, it's Julie and welcome and happy July. We are here with our July Just Scraps Shipping and Shapes Junk Journal Challenge 2025. So for the month of July, we are going to be getting into those scraps that you might have. I'm still cleaning off my desk from the last couple of months of of things that I have been making. So as I'm cleaning, I'm putting the items into the junk boxes or scrap boxes, and so that's what I have here. I have little ones, okay? I also have the really big ones over there, but these are just what's on my desk. Just what's on my desk. Okay, so this month we're going to be making a journal. This is like way past our 75th challenge here on the Dear Julie Julie channel. Maybe sometime this month I can figure that out, how many we've done. Your journal this month needs to have 2 signatures or more, 60 pages or more, 12 pages from Dear Julie Julie digital kits or more. It can be any size, any type of binding, and any theme. Okay? Now you need to use at least 2 Dear Julie Julie digitals. One of those can be the freebies. When we take all the freebies and count them as one kit. Okay? So 2 Dear Julie Julie kits, your freebies grouped together all count as one kit. When you're finished, your journal is yours to keep, to sell, to give away. You do not need to send it to me. We're not doing a swap with it unless you want to, and you do that at your own discretion. And so, yeah, so we're going to make a journal, you guys. Imagine that. This month I've added a glossary because if you saw on the top, we're going to use just scraps. We're going to use shipping stuff, and we're going to use shapes. So the shapes we're using are round, like a baseball, oval. The only oval picture I could find was an olive. So square, like that TV. Rectangle, like an envelope, like a rectangle. And a long strip. So, long strip. Long strip. Okay? Those are our 5 shapes we're going to be using. Then from our scraps list, we have our scrap box or pile. So you might have a scrap box like this. I have this scrap box. It's actually mostly digitals, but it is from the journal that I made in April. And then I have this scrap box, and this is from the journal that I made in, some of it's from March, some of it's from February, because that's the golden book. Yeah, I have not cleaned this is a disaster, okay? But you might have a pile of scraps, okay? Your scraps might be in a pile, okay? So that's fine. That's why I put scrap box or pile, okay? Scrap box or pile. Fabric scraps, and so I have these. I have bigger ones. This is scrap, okay? That's a scrap. It's been used. Okay, it's got a piece cut out of it. So fabric scraps, lace scraps. So lace scraps can be like from clothing, from curtains, they can be from wedding dresses. This has got just a lot of things in it here. It can be pieces of lace. So it's all pieces, okay? We're not talking a roll of lace, but it can be, you know, it can be a piece like this or like this. I mean, these are all kinds of laces. Flat lace, ruffled lace, curtain lace, table lace. Look at this pretty piece of lace. Could be a collar, lace collar. So all those things. Lace. Could be a piece. Okay, could be a big piece. Could be tablecloth lace. So, yeah. So your lace, you can use lace scraps, ribbon and trim scraps. So I have most of my ribbon and stuff, not most of it's over in drawers, but I have over here next to my desk, I always have some ribbon. And so yeah, so ribbon and trims. Trims can also be can include yarn. Okay, misfits and misprints. So this is your digitals that that you have, that the way that they are, you're not going to use them. Okay, so you're going to do something to them. Maybe you're going to ink them. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had taken a stencil on one of these digitals. I took a stencil and I stenciled it with blue on a page. It totally changed the look of the paper. It was beautiful. The other thing with your misfits and misprints, it reminds me that any Dear Julie digital, you can print it on anything and it can be used in your journal this month. So you can print your Dear Julie digital. So remember, you need 12 pages of digitals. You can print it on fabric. You can print it on ledger. You can print it on the back of cardstock. Anything that you print a Dear Julie digital on, you can then use it in the journal. It needs to be used where you're actually using the digital, but there you go. Okay. The other thing is leftovers. So these were leftovers. Okay, so if you have a leftover kit that you had put together, I'm going to let you bring that out and use it. I know that Mary had said that she had a couple of those, and so if you want to bring that out, now we're making an all new journal. But what you can do with those pieces that you possibly have made, maybe you started one of the journal challenges, go ahead and set what you already made aside. After you take your pictures and everything, then you can put them in. And you can add your pages and things in by cutting them up and putting them in, by turning them into a tip-in, all of those things. And then, you know, and then, so yeah, you can do that this month. Let's use up some of those things. That's leftovers. Okay. Next is, so that was your scrap list, your scrap box or pile, fabric scraps, lace scraps, ribbon and trim scraps, misfits and misprints. Those are your printed items. And then leftovers. So leftover journal challenge, leftover challenge things. And it can be from a journal that you finished or for one that you didn't. Okay? Shipping list. You can use shipping items and junk mail items. Okay, wanted to make sure that you could use junk mail. And so, and then the other thing was, I added in the, like, let's see, like you can use your shipping envelope. Okay, you can use a shipping box. You can use shipping labels, you can use stamps, and then of course all the junk mail things like we talked about last month in the mail category. Mail as in M-A-I-L. Okay? Oh my gosh, are you a little excited? So now there's some extras that you get to use this month. Some of them are the items that you get to use every month this year, but you get to use any and all envelopes that you want. Same with your washi, any and all washi, even if you made the washi. So if you did some of the, you know, you've made some washi, or the faux washi, don't call it washi, because the washi police will come out and get you. But yeah, so washi tape, junk mail, buttons. Yes, buttons. You can use buttons this month. They're round, you know, we need round things, so that was perfect. Broken jewelry and metal junk. So, and your metal junk, we're going to pretty much count anything metal, so that you can use up some of the items that you have, but start with the junk first. But then, you know, if you have, using eyelets, charms, you know, you can bring in your paper clips, metal beads, of course, broken jewelry, hitch post fastener, book corners. We're gonna let you use all those metal things. We're gonna call it metal junk, but you are gonna be able to use that. Okay. So, and then here's some more of the glossary. Scraps are items that are pieces of the original form that they came in. So yeah, this is a digital, but if this was a music page, that's a scrap, because it's just a piece of the music page. Pattern paper, this is just, you know, a piece of the original. It's a piece of the original tissue. It's a piece of the original. Okay. Leftovers are items left over after you made something. Leftovers. These are what I had. I gathered stuff, and then these are the leftovers I had after I made. Looks like this was part of my April, and this was part of March. So, okay. Okay, now you're probably wondering what we're going to make. We're going to make these items using all the 5 shapes you make from your scraps or from the extras list. So remember, you have your scrap list, you have your shipping list, and you have your extras list. You're able to use all those things to make the items that we're going to be making. So the first thing is that your shapes you must include are round, oval, square, rectangle, and long strip. And so remember, those were on this list right here. Okay, so we're going to start with, you follow the directions for each item. Follow the directions for each item. And this month, we're going to start with our cover. Our cover, you're going to use all 5 shapes, okay, to make your cover. So you're going to use, to make the actual cover, round, oval, square, rectangle, and long strip. So this is what you're going to use to have as your base of your cover, to tie your cover or whatever you're going to do. Your pockets, if you're putting pockets inside, all the things to make your cover. Then, so that's the round, the oval, the square, the rectangle, and the long strip. You need to use at least one of each of those to make your journal. And then you are going to make or decorate the cover, embellish the cover using one of each as well. Okay, so first you make your cover, then you embellish your cover. Okay, that's the first thing. Next, you're going to make an 8 by 10 or 8.5 by 11, whatever your paper size is. You're going to make a master board. So you're going to make a master board. And then you need to have on your master board, using your scraps. So remember, we're using scraps, and shipping and shapes. Okay, so your master board, you're going to make sure that all 5 shapes are somewhere on it. So you can have a base like this and then add your pieces. And it can be 8.5 by 11 or larger, or 8 by 10, whatever your copy paper size is. Okay, and it can be larger. Okay, then you're going to make your master board. It's going to have the 5 shapes on there. You can use punches, templates. You might have, if you were a Patreon, you might have seen I put cup, plate. So you might use a cup to get your circle. You might have something that's square that you're using to get your square. But you're going to have that on your master board. Your master board can be any size. Then the next thing is that I have made a digital that is in the group, and the digital has a circle, an oval, a square, a rectangle, and a long strip on your copy paper. So you're going to take that, and those are all backgrounds, and you're going to put it on the back of your master board, and you're going to glue it down and then use it to cut out the pieces of your master board, and that's going to give you those shapes. Okay, and then you're going to take them and you're going to embellish or enhance those 5 shapes with 3 items that are in your challenge kit and a Dear Julie digital. So any scraps, lace, ink, paint, all the things that will be in your kit. Okay, the next thing you're going to make is a snippet. It needs to be 24 inches, and you're going to use all 5 shapes made from your scraps and your extras list, and you're going to make your 24-inch snippet. You can do this on paper, on your fabric scrap, whatever you want to use as your backing, and then you can go ahead and fill it in. You're going to make 7 clusters. Your clusters this time, you use all 5 shapes in a Dear Julie digital. They can all be the same or they can be different. But they do need to have all 5 shapes on each one. So you need a circle or a round, an oval, a rectangle, a long strip, and a square. So you can do a button, you can do a long strip of a word. So it would need to be like a sentence or a long strip of word. So even in the midst of trials, so that would be a long strip. Okay, and then charms. Each base is a different shape from the list. You can use broken jewelry, the metal junk, scraps, and extras and items from the extra list to make your charms. Okay, and then remember I said you could use metals, so you're going to be able to use bulb pins or safety pins to be able to attach them. You also get to use eyelets as part of the junk metal. So yeah, so that is going to be great. Okay, so cover, you're going to make the cover, then you're going to embellish the cover. You're going to make your master board, you're going to cut it into the 5 shapes, you're going to embellish those. You're going to make your snippet, your 7 clusters, your 5 charms. Then you're going to make a tag, 1 pocket, and 1 journaling card using each of the following shapes from your scraps. Okay, so from the round, you're going to make a round tag, a round pocket, and a round journal card. An oval tag, an oval pocket, an oval journal card. A square tag, a square pocket, a square journal card. A rectangle tag, rectangle pocket, rectangle journal card. Long strip tag, long strip pocket, long strip journal card. These are embellished or enhanced with 3 items from your kit. So your kit is the items that you collected, your fabric scraps, your scrap box, your misprints, okay? And a Dear Julie Julie digital, okay? And then the one other thing that you're going to do is from your Dear Julie Julie digitals, you're going to make a 6-pack pocket page, a flip-up postcard page, can be either horizontal or portrait, large tag flip page, wallet triple pocket page, and a bottom flip-up postcard page. So at the least, you're going to use 5 of your Dear Julie Julie digitals, and you're going to be able to make those, okay? We'll also be making a mini challenge in the challenge, 7.125. The video for the challenge, the mini challenge, will play on the 2nd Monday of July, because July 4th holiday weekend. And then you have the whole month to finish your mini challenge in the challenge. So again, this month you get to use all mixed media, ink, applicators, brushes, sponges, metal, glues, tapes, tools, stamps, stencils, punches, machines, etc. from your stash. Okay? So your paper part is your scraps. Your main part is your scraps, your fabric scraps, your lace scraps, your misfits and misprints, and your trims and ribbons. Then the extras, so the envelopes, the junk mail. Oh, I forgot to put book pages on there. So book pages is another thing that you get to use for the rest of the year. So so I will add that to the extras list. Book pages. And your book pages are the ones that are just typed on, no pictures, okay, for that. The other way that you can get paper is you can print your Dear Julie Julie digital. If you want to have ledger in your journal, then you print on your ledger. Print your Dear Julie Julie digital on your ledger, and that will get you ledger. It'll get you lined paper, and it'll get you, if you print on your coffee dyed paper, if you're printing on dyed paper, you'll probably want to iron your paper first, okay? Let's see, very important, very, very important. The finished posts are already in the group this month. So as soon as you finish, make sure you put your journal pictures in, and you've put them in the black. It's the keyboard post. Post your finished journal here. And so this month you'll have a place to post your items, your shapes, pocket tag, and card. You'll have a place to post your Dear Julie Julie page items. Each of the items made using all 5 shapes will have a post, example, cover, masterboard, etc. Now, you're going to want to watch the group for your invitation to the VIP. We'll have our VIP in August for the July challenge. Just remember, if you're a VIP from May, your VIP is Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Okay? So watch your VIP group, or watch your group for the VIP invitation. The deadline for this July Junk Journal Challenge will be 7/31/25. And then always, after you finish, please post your finished journal in those black keyboard places. So perfect. And place, as soon as you finish your mini challenge in the challenge, put it in the mini challenge in the challenge post. There's a couple extra posts this month. There's one asking you to share a picture of your scraps It can be your scraps in a box. It can be your scraps in a pile. It can be your scraps on the floor. However you've got your scraps and you're ready to use them, we would like to see it. It's okay. The other one is asking you to post your Dear Julie Julie digital. I have over 180 digitals now, so having you post this, it helps so that other people can see the digitals that are out there. And so I really, really appreciate that you do that little bit of advertising for me, but also so that we know what you're using. I know there's several that would love to send you possibly some Happy Mail, because they might have, if you're doing squirrels or mushrooms or something, they might have something they've been hanging on to and they would love to send to you. So, so we would love to see kind of like what your theme is by what digitals you are using. Okay. So you heard me talk about the VIP. So we always do a special party for everyone that finishes the journal, finishes it on time, and posts their finished journal. And so that is, we call it the VIP, the virtual internet party. And you become the very important person when you finish. You become a VIP and you receive a digital in that party. So the party is actually a Facebook group, and then we have a Zoom party, a 2-hour Zoom party, and it's a lot of fun. We play with the digital that you received as your free gift for finishing. Okay, so again, the other thing really important, if you have a question, of course you can ask it during the premieres or the live chats. But there's also a place in the group that says post your questions here. I think I put post all your questions here. So post your questions in that post. If I don't get to it, somebody else will. And if they are brave enough to answer, they probably know the answer. There are several people that have been around and done many, many, many of these challenges. We've had over 75 of these challenges. They know how they work. So if they answer before I do, I will, but I do try and check it, especially the first couple of weeks. Okay. And you can put my name there. What does that mean? Tag me. Put my name there in your question, and then I'll see it. I might see it faster. Okay. So post your questions there. Post them right away, because somebody, if you have the question, somebody else is wondering the same thing probably out there. So that would be great. So again, we're making the required journal. We're making a mini challenge in the challenge, and we're finishing and posting it by 7/31/25. So, so we're making a journal, and the dimensions, the details, and everything, you're going to find it in the special group. I'll be putting the special group information in the chat at the end of this video. And so you will find it there. If you are watching in the replay, then you'll find it in the description box. Okay. We'll be using the hashtag JJSSSJJC25. And also hashtag DearJulieJulie Journal Challenge 25. Okay. Like always, I'll be making all the pages and the embellishments, and you can watch those every day at the premiere at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. Of course, if you're not able to be there, you can watch it later. Please comment on the videos when you watch them. It really does help my channel, and it's nice to see that you're out there. So, okay. Let's see. So you can check out every day the premieres or the lives. We will have the lives on Fridays at 10:30, and remember that every day we have a live chat at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. So we would love to have you join us there. Okie dokie. You guys, I am excited about this challenge. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. So I'm kind of in the same place you are. Even though I did make the rules and set up the challenge, I have no idea what I'm going to do. So yeah, so just like you are right now, I'm going to go get my printout that I can use as a checklist. I saw that Dawn has already put that in there. Thank you. We do have a couple of other people that will probably put them in also. They're all different. They fit different personalities. So pick the one that is going to work the best for you and use it. And thank you to all that help out with the challenge, making it easier and a better fit for everybody out there. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all in the group. Don't forget there's a free digital one sheet over there. So looking forward to seeing you. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. And happy July. Happy July. And yeah, see you in the group. It's in the chat and it's in the description box right after right after the video. See you there. Bye. Bye-bye.